Hey chickies, thanks for hanging out for a few minutes today. We're going to be chatting about my Amazon 2019 favorites, or as I like to call them, my obsessions. These are basically the best of the best products that really deserve that extra spotlight because they were just standout products in my opinion. So I hope you'll join me for today's video. If you're new here, I'm Christine. I curate beauty, lifestyle, as well as raw vlogs. Greatly appreciate it if you please subscribe to my channel. Would absolutely love it if you'd be a part of the Chickie crew. Also, don't forget to hit that bell to be notified of new videos. First and foremost, I wanted to wish all of you a very happy new year. I hope everyone has an incredible time, whether you're going to be going out and about or whether you'll just be at home, which most likely the fam and I will just be at home. Comment below how you will be spending New Year's Eve and also New Year's Day. In today's video, we do have some beauty products, some tech gear, as well as some lifestyle items. So let's first venture and talk about beauty products. Now, I really wanted to speak about the liner and lashes that I'm wearing because I filmed a whole review video on this trio set a couple months ago. If you haven't seen it, I will link it up here in the card area. Super skeptical when I first purchased this. Even when applying it, I was really skeptical. It comes with a lash applicator. It also comes with the magnetic liner, and this is what basically your lashes really adhere to, and then you have the magnetic lashes. Now these are fairly dramatic. I love a good pair of dramatic lashes. If you are a skeptic about magnetic lashes and eyeliner, highly recommend you check out that video. You will see to what extreme lengths I go to really test it out and see if it will really stay on. Just a little FYI, these are on sale right now. I will link them down below in the description box. This definitely deserved a spot in the Amazon 2019 obsession. Comment below whether you like to let your hair air dry or if you like to use a blow dryer. I'm definitely one who rarely ever blow dried my hair. After I found this product, 90% of the time I use this product, and then the other 10% I let my hair air dry. But before, it was definitely flipped around. And it is because of this product. It's essentially a one-step blow dryer brush where you can essentially give yourself a blowout. Try to use a round brush and also a regular blow dryer. And I always give up because it just never looks good. It's such a pain to me. But this honestly has been such a game changer. It has 3 different settings. It has the high, low, and then it has the cool setting. So that kind of locks in your hair. It is kind of loud. So the last one was the Cool Shot. Absolutely love this product. I think it is so well worth the money and such a great tool. It makes it so easy to just kind of give yourself an at-home blowout. Highly recommend though that you use a heat protectant. It is from the brand Living Proof. It's the heat styling spray for long-lasting smoothness, and it's a heat protectant up to 450 degrees. It makes all the difference when you use this product because it really helps kind of tame all the frizzies. It has a heat protectant and it does keep your hair really nice and smooth for a couple of days. My milk frother. This has seriously stepped up my coffee game and took it up a couple of notches. I used to always drink my coffee black. Ever since I got this item, I always now have my coffee with a bit of creamer. You can essentially froth milk as well as creamer in here. I only like to put about 2 tablespoons of creamer. I'll froth it up a couple of times so it gets nice and foamy. You can also, of course, use milk. They suggest using whole milk, but I just can't do the whole milk thing. Let's just say my gut area did not agree with it. I like to place my creamer in here and it gets it nice and frothy. You can also froth up hot or cold milk, which I think is pretty cool. So this is also very affordable. It comes in a couple different colors and I just love how sleek it is. It is so well worth the money, and if you're a coffee lover, you need a frother in your life. Let's move on now to more tech items that made it on the 2019 Amazon favorites list. And the first item I gotta mention is my MacBook skin, because this is the perfect shade of pink. I've been looking for some sort of cover to protect my MacBook without it adding any bulk. I love how it also comes with the interior portion for the MacBook, so everything kind of coincides. It also has the skin for the bottom part. I haven't had any problem with the skin lifting or tearing, and I even have one of these at the bottom, which is kind of like stuck. Let me pull it right off, and as you could see, it didn't even tear any of the skin. pretty solid on there, and I think it's really, really good quality. You definitely want to take your time when applying the skin to your MacBook because you want to make sure it's like edge to edge, just so that it looks nice and crisp, and you get that effect where it almost looks like you have a pink MacBook. So this is my very first sit down video after Vlogmas 2019. If you're not aware of Vlogmas, it's basically where I was vlogging and uploading every day through Christmas Day. I think we did have to combine like 2 or 3 days of Vlogmas. At the end of every day, or almost every day, we opened an advent calendar, and we also had tea time. Didn't want to set up the whole ring light with like softbox lights. I wanted something a little bit more compact that would still illuminate but wasn't so bulky. These 2 panel lights, and this is what illuminated me during those tea times. The best part about it is that it's portable, it's battery operated. It's not something that you have to plug into a wall, although it does have the option of plugging it in. If you guys can see back here, there is a plug. On the back, you have the on and off switch, and then you have this little button down here. So you just press it down, pop in the battery, just like that, and then you turn on the switch. This is the setting that I had it on, which is a little bit more on the yellow side, but you can definitely switch it from like white, like a daylight, to more of like a yellow, super, super bright. If you're curious on the battery lifespan of each charge, I charged this once prior to Vlogmas, and it lasted me all the way to the very end of Vlogmas. And probably each day I had the light on for, I would say, about 20 minutes or so. That's a really good length of time. It's such a great source for lighting. You can just kind of throw in your backpack if you're on the go, or if you're traveling and you don't want to bring soft boxes. I think this is a really good alternative. This has got to be on my list. It's a lapel mic. Now this is essentially one of those mics that you just clip on. It also has another mic for a second person. Also combine the mics because it has a little adapter. This is the one that I would plug into my iPhone, and I just have an app where it just records my voice. If I'm vlogging in an area where it's a little bit noisy, or say if there's loud music and you don't want to be copyrighted and you just want your voice to be picked up, this is such a great alternative. I know it is a little bit cumbersome because it is a wired mic. A little bit tedious, especially in post, because you have to sync the audio, but in my opinion, I feel like it does make a difference, especially in instances where you don't want all the ambient noise to be picked up. It doesn't always work 100%. Sometimes if this isn't plugged in properly into the little adapter from my iPhone, then it will have some sort of like static noise. 95% of the time it works perfectly for me. This is always in my bag. You never know in what instance you will need the lapel mic. Over the years being here on YouTube, I have had my share of trial and error with different cameras, different lenses, trying to find a way to upgrade my lenses without it really breaking the bank. I always do my research before I invest into a lens or a camera. This year I really decided to invest in a lens for my vlogging camera, which honestly I really love the quality of the video quality that I get in my vlogs and also with pictures. Sigma 16mm 1.4 DCN lens. It's a pretty thick lens in my opinion because it does protrude out quite a bit compared to the stock lens, but this is a lens that was definitely an investment. Truly love the quality of this lens. This is a wide angle lens. It's also a fixed lens, meaning you can't zoom in and out. It's basically what you see is what you get with this, but I love that you do get a wide angle with this without it giving you like a fisheye look. That's something that I was very concerned with when I was looking into wide angle lenses. A lot of them sometimes can give you that distortion on the ends, give it like a little bit of like a curling effect, but with this you don't get that. I have it on a Sony a5100 body. This goes down to 1.4, so you really get that nice bokeh, defocused background with the subject just being in focus. Also really great, especially when you're taking pictures, because it's not pixelated in my opinion. I think it still does pretty well in low light, but certain instances where it's very dark, you won't be able to really see anything. Because it's on a Sony a5100, you can hear a little bit of a noise, especially when it's quiet. If I had the lens on a different body, a higher grade body than the Sony a5100, then we wouldn't have that problem. You wouldn't hear the motor. The other thing about this is that it doesn't have the greatest image stabilization just because it needs to have the in-body stabilization. So if I upgraded the Sony a5100 to another camera, then I wouldn't have as much camera shake. It is also a glass lens, so just keep that in mind. You just really have to be careful with it. I had a couple of close calls. Knock on wood, nothing ever happened to this lens. You're looking for a really good quality wide angle lens where you can really get that smooth bokeh and get that blurred background. This is a really good one to look into. Let me know, what are your thoughts on these products? Have you guys tried any of them out? What are your Amazon favorites for 2019? Leave them below. I would love to get your feedback. All the items I mentioned in today's video will be linked down below in the description box. If you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful, please make sure you give it a like, subscribe if you have not already. Would love for you to be a part of the Chicky crew. Thank you, Chickies, so much for watching. Have an amazing New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.